Welcome to another episode of The Bastard Sermon. I'm one of your three hosts, Cody Hucker.
Luke Young.
Tom Segura.
Yep, that's Tom Segura. And joining Tom Segura is our guest, Nick Wessendorper. Big Nick, German chocolate cake, if you want to go subscribe to his YouTube page. He does food videos. He's a former podcast producer, aspiring musician, and a friend of Lloyd's. Give it the fuck up, boys. My headphones are low. Hold on.
You know, I'm something of a chef myself.
Are you?
No.
What do you do? What do you do?
No, I only fuck around with meat. That's it.
Oh, do you? Tell
That's
me more.
about
I'm
it.
listening.
Yeah,
So you just Pete Cody's
I
interest?
fucked around and made some pork chops yesterday.
All right.
They were delicious.
Is that all you're going to tell me? Like, I made pork chops. That's your
All
whole
right.
story?
All right,
Tell
dude.
me how you made the
All
pork
right,
chops.
dude.
What
So I
seasoning?
set them. So I sprayed some Pam in that piece, right? Fucking cast
I'm
iron.
already
you know
out.
what I'm saying? No. Well,
Keep going.
some butter.
So you're telling me what you're telling me is your cast iron isn't seasoned properly. That's what I'm getting first.
And then,
Come on.
I put it up to 3.5 on the oven. You know what I mean? And then I season the shit out of them, right? And I'll use like Mrs. Dash table blend. I'll use onion salt or garlic salt, and then I'll find like a steak seasoning, and then I'll fucking mix it all up together. You know what I'm saying? And some delicious fairy dust, and then I fucking throw it on there nice and good. I make it look nice and red and juicy on both sides. And then and you're going to think this is weird. So I do 3 minutes on both sides 3 times. And you're like, 9 minutes on one side? No. 3 minutes, flip, 3 minutes, flip, 3 minutes. And you do it. But sometimes you can cut it a little short, but it's typically 9 minutes on all sides.
Seems like a lot of work for a pork
It's
chop.
very juicy
Seems like a
every time.
labor-
It's juicy every time.
This is a labor-intensive pork chop you're talking
I know a
about
lot
right
of people that don't like pork chops because they say it's too dry.
now. I just got
And I'm here to change minds.
Well, I mean, you can. The problem is you can serve pork at a lower temperature than people think that you can. Like, everybody thinks you have to cook it well done, but that hasn't been the FDA regulation since the 90s. Like, because the trichinosis isn't as prominent in the pork population as it used to be. Like back in the days of terrible food.
Most people get it
We've
from bears
defeated
now.
trichinosis.
No, we haven't defeated it, but we've basically eliminated it in pigs. I mean, it's not something that you have to really worry about like you used to.
So we're
you
still
can,
waging war on trichinosis right now?
When I worked at Dilly, we'd serve a bone-in pork chop, and you do it we do it medium. I like a medium, but sometimes they go medium rare. But something about a raw pork just doesn't sit right with me. It's like almost the texture of
we got it.
it feels wrong. It just
We got
doesn't.
it fresh from the butcher.
I just had a center cut pork tenderloin, 5 pounds of it, and I butterflied the whole thing, but it was so big that I didn't want to do one stuffed tenderloin, so I cut it in half. And I did one, which is my classic dad's recipe. He used to make it when I was a kid, and I got it from my mom. But it's just basil, white wine, Asiago, and fucking Parmesan, and roasted bell peppers, and you grind it up and you make it into a paste. And you smear it out all over the tenderloin, and you roll it up, and you put a little butcher's twine. But I wanted to do an Asian-inspired one, and I've never done one of those before, specifically Korean. So I took gochujang and kimchi and a little bit of sesame oil and
3 Korean fingers.
Rice,
Yeah, I was gonna
rice
say,
wine
that sounded
vinegar.
Korean as shit. Gochujang.
Yeah, gochujang. It's a fermented soybean paste that they add chili powder to, and it has this delicious fermented a chili paste quality that you can add to broths and soups and anything that you want, and it just, I don't know, it's fucking, everybody talks about sriracha, but sriracha is such an overdone fucking trendy fucking put it in everything. As soon as sriracha came to the United States, they were like, how do we put this in breakfast cereal? How do we fucking make coffee sriracha? And I'm fucking over it, because gochujang
Is
the way, or
sriracha the
gochugaru.
new pumpkin spice?
It was for a while, for sure, and I fucking hated it. But that, dude,
so.
that fucking, the kimchi, the Korean fucking pork tenderloin, I rolled that bitch up, butcher's twine, seared it in my fucking, I've got a big cast iron fucking, it's a glazed enamel cast iron fucking Dutch oven, and I just, seared it on all sides, on both of those, and threw that bitch in the oven at fucking 375 for I don't know, it's a certain number of minutes per pound. I just look it up on Google, how many minutes per pound for pork to get it until it gets to whatever. But you just internal temp it. Once it hits 145, take that bitch out and let it rest. And you just cut it, and you get these
tired.
these delicious fucking spirals with all this amazing filling, and it's so juicy. And you got to make sure that you salt it real good and shit like that. But yeah, I made those, and I was very happy with it. Made a little fucking pan sauce for both of them, like a white wine and cream and butter
Made a
pan
real
sauce.
Peter Pan.
Sounds delicious.
It was fucking amazing.
It was just Peter Pan peanut butter.
Sorry about it. What do you what have you cooked recently, Nick? What are you fucking getting? We looked at your YouTube channel.
Yeah, what are you throwing down,
Honestly,
chef?
we've kind of taken a short break from cooking at home because I've got a new job, too busy.
What are you doing?
Well, cook at work.
I'm a broker for a freight shipping company. I cannot say the name, but yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So no more just ordering out all the time. What's your go-to? Like, I'm gonna fucking order out, or I'm gonna go out and get a nice meal at a local spot. What's your go-to spots?
When you get off Granger.
J&J's restaurant is very good.
J&J's?
Yeah.
What is that? What's
It's on Glenway Avenue.
Then I
Cincinnati.
definitely have driven passes.
Yeah, it's by the Kroger.
Hell yeah. So
There
it's
it
just like a burger spot? Like burgers?
They got chili, like Cincinnati chili. They got the biggest double deckers I've ever seen in my life.
You not a price so chili sort of gal? Yeah,
I like them better, honestly.
I hear you. Are you a Sebastian's? Are you Sebastian's?
Yeah,
fucking
like Sebastian's.
Yeah, Sebastian's rules so hard.
Mhm.
Thanks.
It's not a good gyro unless you got to pick the Greek knuckle hairs out of it. I'm like, that's Greek that's Mediterranean seasoning. As far as I'm concerned. Little Greek knuckle hair situation
That's
in your
why I've
fucking
never
lamb
liked
meat.
You like it the juice.
That's why I've never liked the gyro, I suppose.
When you are cooking at home though, what are do you have go-to
Oh,
meals like shit that you fucking
Filet mignon.
yeah?
Just filet mignon and broccoli.
What's your go-to on a filet mignon? Are you pan searing? We
Yeah.
breaking a grill out? What's going on?
Pan sear first, and then put in the oven.
You get
Till
a
it-
fat like 2-inch cut of filet mignon.
it's
You go to the
fat,
butcher then,
yeah.
right? Yeah, that's the fucking move. And you sear the
Yep.
sides too, right?
Yep.
Because you're a professional.
Yep.
What do you do? Salt and pepper?
Salt, pepper only.
Do you go a butter-based situation?
Yeah, sometimes.
A little thyme, little rosemary sprigs, some garlic. Fucking,
Usually garlic and onion powder.
Yeah, baby. I'll tell you what. You can fucking. Actually, I've turned into like a proponent of using not just like fresh garlic and fresh onions or shallots, but using both. I watch a lot of Jay Kenji videos. He's like this fucking. He runs this dope restaurant in San Francisco that like made it through the pandemic by like changing a bunch of like business models that about how to do carry out and take out food and shit like that, like making house-made sausages and all this
Started
shit.
using like drop troopers.
He puts out I don't know is that a Star Wars joke?
No, you like just parachute down and deliver like what,
like the Amazon package.
yeah, like well, yeah. What's he doing?
I don't know exactly how he did it, but he's like he's almost a food scientist. One of his some of his relatives are literally fucking
Relax, you're not that smart.
he is though. No, he went to like college for I don't remember exactly what it was, but his
Man, he went to food college.
yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew his credentials better, but if you look him up, I mean let's just look
It's
him up.
fucking. It's kind of wild what they're getting over, like into at the food.
Have you ever heard of the reverse sear technique
they're
for a steak?
starting to
Huh?
This is the
clone
guy
a
that
burger.
developed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Jay Kenji Alt Lopez, or Lopez Alt, or whatever. Food writer, blah, 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 through... Yeah, he's always doing serious eat things. Lopez
but
is known
what-
for using the scientific method
where
in
are
his
you
cooking
from?
to improve popular American recipes and explain the science of cooking. And then I think that his education was early life and education. He went to he went to MIT, all right? So where he majored in architecture. So I'd say that he's a little bit more educated than you're giving him credit for. But I don't know. When you watch his videos, it seems like he's the like one that everybody quotes when it comes to all their recipes and like the way that they fucking make shit. And I'm always, how do we get on the Jake? What were we talking about before this?
Food and
Sure, but there was a specific
there's
food
a
that we were
dope
talking about.
restaurant with
But-
scallops in Seattle.
Nope, nobody said scallops. Nobody said Seattle. I said
Shallots.
San Francisco.
Shallots in San
Oh
Francisco.
no! So he was a big proponent of not just using fresh garlic and fresh onions, but also using the powder because it adds like. There's something that you will get out
You're
of a
welcome.
garlic powder and out of thank you, this saved me, but out of an onion powder that you can't just get by using the fresh shit
Yeah.
alone. So when you mix them together, it just like adds so much more depth of flavor to everything that you're doing.
The flavors is way deep.
What are your sides? What are you doing sides with the filet mignon? You doing asparagus, little hollandaise on there, little béarnaise?
Steamed broccoli with lemon pepper.
Yeah, dude, that's
I
a
love
fucking.
that shit.
My daughter loves that too.
Yeah.
Like that's how I get her to eat broccoli. Like you just a bunch of butter. Like after it's steamed, like pour off most of the water and dump some knobs of butter in that bitch with pepper and then a little bit of lemon. And she'll fucking she'll crush like two. She'll ask for more type shit. It's hard to get her to eat anything green. So I'm like, fucking, let's go.
Green Jello. Kids
I
love that
don't
shit,
like
dude.
grain food.
Just give her fucking buckets of it.
Yeah, just feed her fucking chlorophyll powder.
She's got all the greens.
Yeah, dude. That's a move.
All
Alright.
form.
His name's James
Or
Kenji
Phil,
Alt
a little different.
Lopez.
Yeah.
Either way.
I think he took his wife's last name, too. He's that type of dork.
Oh, okay. I was like, bro, he is all over the map. He is white, Hispanic, and Japanese.
Yeah, dude. I mean, all of his family, they're all, like, fucking geniuses.
Yeah, scroll
working.
up. He's the grandson of Koji Nakanishi.
Who is that?
I don't know, but he's a chemist.
Yeah,
And
see, this is what I was talking about. See, I told you he wasn't just some dork that... He
Nah,
went to,
he's a
hey, he
dork
went to
for
food
sure.
college.
Nah, he's a dork for sure. He's over there learning how to clone burgers and shit.
High-level dork. You've heard of reverse sear, right, with a steak?
Yeah.
He's the guy that made that exist in the early
Sear the
2000s.
He made it exist.
Well, I mean,
He
you
forced it into
cook
reality.
you cook a steak with a probe thermometer in an oven at a low temp until it reaches almost medium rare, and you pull it out and you let it rest, and then you sear it at the highest possible temperature that your cast iron will get to. And what it does is allow you to get perfect wall-to-wall medium rare every time. What wall-to-wall means is that when you cut through it from the tip of the sear to the bottom of the sear, it's fully medium rare all the way through, instead of when you cook it in a pan and you get like they call it gray banding, where there'll be like this, it'll be brown, then it'll be the
regret
gray
saying
band,
that.
then it'll be fucking pink. Instead of that wall-to-wall fucking restaurant quality medium rare the whole way through. You should try it out if you've never fucked with it. You got a probe
Try it
thermometer.
out.
Try it out.
Try it out.
Just try it out.
Hell yeah. All right. Well,
All right. Well, what, have you cooked anywhere like for a job, or is it just a passion?
Just to live.
Yeah. To live, to sustain your life.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna make something, why make it
What
shitty? Just make it taste good.
Well,
you know?
like what meals were you getting into like when you were first like, all right, I'm gonna cook some shit myself? Like, what did you start off with? Were you doing pastries,
chicken and rice.
meats, chicken and rice?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just chicken breasts and rosemary, thyme.
Did anyone in your like what turned you on to cooking
Just
besides like I'm about to make
my
some
mom,
shit better
honestly,
for myself?
My mom just
Your
growing
mom?
up, she cooked. We had 5 kids in the house.
Yeah.
Every day she was cooking food.
And she's fucking making some slamming ass
Yeah.
meals in that kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only had 3 of them by the end of it because 2 of them kept complaining about the food.
Do you think you can fucking make your give your mom a run for her money? Like, do you think you can out cook her in a kitchen?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I think I can make some things better, but not much.
dude, I crush my mom. I crush my mom in the kitchen.
I would decimate my mom in a kitchen. She
My mom
fucking
made good food, but I crush my mom in the kitchen.
same, but also that lady fed me well done steaks for 13 years, and I thought that was steak.
You didn't even know the possibilities of
Had
steak?
no idea.
You would get bummed when it was steak night. You'd be like,
I-
not this dry
No,
bullshit again.
actually, I loved it. So imagine my surprise when it could get even better.
Were you an A1 sop it up with sauce sort of
Yes,
kid?
I
You have
was.
to be. There's no other way to eat a well done steak. You gotta
Yes,
just
I was.
murder it with steak sauce.
Yeah.
I fucking cannot stand steak sauce at all. But like back in the day when I was getting fed some fucking, oh, your stepmom's cooking, and me and my dad would just be like, I was like, why are you letting this? And he was like, she insisted, and I was like, get your balls out of her purse, fucking reinsert them back onto your dick, and fucking take the grill away from her. She'd come out, it'd be charcoal black on the outside, and you cut into it, and you'd be like, isn't it good? And I was like, as I was about to be an asshole 6-year-old, my dad would kick me under the table. I was like, oh yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it was fucking
Chewing up ashes.
Yeah, what'd you season this with? Fucking the urn of your mother's urn? Is that what's on this? Delicious.
You're like,
I
Dad,
love
take
it.
her balls out of your purse. He's like, calm down, Top Hat.
Yeah.
I remember
You
one
want me
of
to
the
get a
first
rose
times,
for you, son?
My sister is one of those people that'll like douse the whole steak in A1 sauce and claim that it like that's just how she likes her steaks.
Well,
Like, no,
now-
bitch, you like A1 sauce.
Hey, well, life taught her a little lesson about A1 sauce, didn't
So
it?
I made her a steak, right? Hey, that's facts.
Oh, you like A1? Cancer! Cancer, cancer, cancer.
You did it to
I
yourself.
was going to say, yeah, for those who don't get the joke.
Yeah, my sister's cancer ridden. No, I'm just kidding.
She's-
It's carved most of her out. She's pretty hollow on the inside. She's cancer free.
Yeah, don't
So-
eat A1, dude.
You'll do it to yourself.
It's a liquid carcinogen.
So-
Don't sue
So
us. I'm
I
kidding.
fucking-
These are jokes.
I grilled her a steak with like I marinated it too like overnight and like a fucking nice season and juice and marinade and whatnot. I fucking grilled it up when I got home. I was ready. I was excited.
Do you rub your
And I
dick on it?
fucking-
You've got that energy right now.
Sometimes I want to.
Yeah.
So fucking, I make up these steaks.
Usually it's a store.
And I serve it to her, and I fucking I call out, like dinner's ready, come get your shit, make your
dings
plate,
a
your
bell.
sides and everything. She fucking comes, she gets her steak, she puts it on the plate, she's getting her sides. She opens up the fridge, and I'm like, listen here, bitch. If I see you pour a fucking drop of A1 on that fucking plate,
why? Let her eat.
It's hands on sight.
Let people eat food how they like to eat food.
So I don't eat around them.
That's one thing.
Because that'll just initiate a fight at some point if I eat around like my family. So I eat away from them. So I went downstairs and I came up to fucking, check it out. Just like 2 minutes in. Like I'm trying to get reviews ASAP. I don't want like cold steak reviews.
Mm-hmm.
So I go back up there, and as I run upstairs into the kitchen, I see that bitch has got the fucking refrigerator door cracked open with the A1 bottle in hand. I'm like, what is wrong with you, bitch? She told me she said she liked it. She just wanted the A1 steak sauce. I was like,
Let people eat
done
food
with
how
you.
they want.
I'll never cook for you again.
Why?
I have dozens of times.
I would say some people
For
are just
sure.
straight garbage.
And she's one of them.
I would say one of my friends came over and we had another buddy of ours. His dad worked at a catering place and they had a bunch of big ass steaks left over, and he was like, "Fuck that! I'm taking a couple of these."
Fuck yeah.
We throw them on the grill, and my buddy poured ranch
What?
on top of his steak, and I walked inside like, like I had to go sit down. Like I don't. There's few things where I'll have like get upset by someone's preference on something, but like these are some good ass, like thick ass steaks. I cooked them. I was like, "Ah, damn, I did actually good on this one." And that motherfucker smothered the whole thing in ranch, and I was like,
I don't know.
There was a kid I wanted to fire that worked for me at Cinemark because he told me he only ever eats his steak well done and with ranch, and if there's any pink, you're eating it alive. And I was shaking.
I used to get for as cunty as I am about all my opinions and as gatekeepy as I am, the one thing I'm not is with food, because you would have a stroke if you tried to care about how everybody has the fucking their own little preferences and they're all fucking weirdos. And if you work in food for any more of the time than a year on like the line, and you're gonna every day nonstop, you're just gonna bitch about the way that everybody wants to eat their meat, you'll lose your fucking shit. At a certain point, I'm just like, I don't care. I just hope that how you want it, I've cooked it good enough to where you enjoy it on that. If you want a well done steak, I want to make you the best well done. I never wanted to be the guy that was like, fucking well done, cool, we're gonna hockey puck this up. I heard other people do that when I was on the line. I always hated those people because I'm like, why are you giving them a fucking, they're still paying top dollar to get it like well done. Like it's not like we were serving fucking Snake Farms Wagyu. Yeah. And even if you are, like, if you want that well done, you've paid a premium to get it like that. And I don't really have that much of a fucking issue with it, like, for real. Like, I don't know.
I guess my food experience was different probably because our menu was so limited. Like, I was a cashier at McDonald's. That was my first job for 6 months. I was too pretty to be fucking taught how to teach a burger. They're like, we need this kid up front. He's fucking bringing in money.
How to teach a burger?
How to make a burger.
Oh.
And so
he can't speak, and they were like, let's put him on the mic, dude.
And so fucking I worked there
what
for
you
6
want?
months and I quit. But I was and I've said it hundreds of times.
Was that the
head
Daniel
chef,
Parker Ferguson?
Yes,
McDonald's
where he
days?
spat on a fucking cop's burger, fucking third shift style. He's fucking psycho. I was
Can
like,
I
they're
get a
going to come
burger?
back and
It's
shoot
for
us
a
to
cop.
death. But I told him it was for, like, a cop pulled through, and he was like, cool, thanks. And, yeah, you told me as they pulled away, you spat on the burger. But I was the head chef at Rivertown Brewery at the Lachlan location before they had the big one that I'm sure is closing down any day soon. And and we had ribs, wings, pulled pork, brisket,
Your mom's pussy.
greens, cornbread, and the cornbread was brought from like GFC or something like that.
Yep.
And then
Did they fucking
mac
you guys,
and cheese
did
and
you,
vegan
hold
dogs.
on.
That was it. And everybody fucking
Hold
just
on.
loved it
Let me
all
slow
the time.
you down. Is the cornbread made in house?
I don't know.
Did the mac come out of a bag?
It came out of a GFC mac
So
tray.
yes. Okay. God damn.
They
couldn't
all
make
the
fucking
sides
macaroni?
except for the greens. The greens were in-house made, but the mac and the cornbread and the there was one other side. We're all like brought in. From
There's
GFC.
blind old ladies in Alabama that can cook cornbread perfectly. Like what? You can't just make cornbread in house? Like what?
We used to make
That's
it
some
in-house,
fucking-
but they decided to I don't know, just make it quicker and buy stacks.
That's
of
how you
this,
get less
like,
customers.
super moist
Oh, we're gonna
cornbread.
streamline this so it's easier. It's like no, you're gonna lose customers because they can taste it. It sucks. and then we're going to charge a premium for it. No. And you have to
should
charge
seen
more.
You should have seen the 3-sink compartment where only one of them worked and the other 2 just leaked.
Oh, God. No, dude, I've had some terrible infrastructure issues. All we do is bitch. Like, it was like a murderer's row of, like, just killers in the kitchen. Like, people that would work in... I mean, it had to have been 120 degrees in that kitchen without when the heat exhaust didn't work on the hottest days of the summer. Nobody complained. Everybody's pouring sweat. We'd freeze towels and fucking towel each other up. Like, it sounds goofy to be like, these are my brothers, but like in a moment of like, you're working with boiling grease everywhere. You're working with sharp ass knives everywhere. You got a
Cody's like, dude, I basically know what it's like to go to war.
Yeah. You civilians don't understand, brother.
We banned the line cooks.
My interaction with like coworkers in that department was also different. I worked with brewers. They would come by with like, here, have a drink. Can I have a wing?
So want to try cocaine for the first time?
Yeah, and Molly, and everybody was just like getting fucked up in their own different way. It was just an exchange.
So were we, but it was like, what I mean by it is like the infrastructure was dog shit.
Yeah.
Floor falling apart, caving in. There was times when
there's rat shit behind the wooden fence and a possum in the garbage can.
Yeah, raw sewage would come up out the fucking there was
like
a
a line
drain
to a
in the
Beck
middle of
song.
the thing. We had all old mops. We had all old fucking chewed up fucking brooms. Like everything was fucked up. All the fryer would randomly get up to like 500 degrees and you would just see smoke flying out of it, and it was like, so then Nate would get underneath. I was like, you're gonna die in this kitchen. Like this is gonna explode and you're gonna fucking die. This is gonna be a grease fire and you're gonna be fucked. And it was just shit malfunctioning. Like all the gas lines leaking. Sick. Everything is fire in this kitchen. We gotta get the fuck out of here, and we turn the gas line off and keep it moving. Now we gotta fucking put everything on saute. So we got 2 dudes on a station that's fucking 2 feet wide and 2 feet across one way and 4 feet across the other way, and 2 fucking my fat ass is there with a fucking another guy just pissed off trying to use 1 burner for 2
4
full-size
Charlies,
pans.
8 clicks out northwest, and we got our fucking ammos low.
I mean, it just sucked having that infrastructure that was broken all the time in that kitchen. Yeah, it does sound like I'm fucking talking about like I went my experience in war. That's the closest my pussy ass is ever gonna get to doing anything manly.
I mean, no, that sounds fucking intense and scary. Gas leaks, and they're just like, keep it going.
Yeah, it was.
We'll be fine.
It was wild at times. But I mean, I love working there. Do you think you would ever? Well, no. You just said that you're doing fucking wealth management for a freight company. Yeah, I would imagine that it pays a little bit better than fucking the line cook at Dilly.
You'd be surprised.
I don't think I would. I think you probably make way better money than I've ever made in my life.
I did remember my first job was a cook at Lee's.
Yeah?
Famous recipe chicken.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. How was that experience?
Oh, dude,
Did you learn the famous recipe?
I don't know what I learned, but dude, there was a fire in the kitchen, right? And what do? You grab the fire extinguisher. I grabbed it. I put it out. I said, like I was like 14. Literally.
Save the day.
So I was like, do we change this grease or do we just keep using it? And the guy was like, just keep using it.
Y'all use fire extinguisher chemical grease? Hell yeah, dude.
Like it says non-toxic.
Yeah.
Like 30 people walked away from Lee's that day to get fucking mouth cancer like 5 years later.
They walked away like, that was the best fucking chicken I ever had in my life. Apparently,
just to grow horrific tumors in their fucking gums and shit later.
Yeah, you literally don't want to see how the sausage is made. We used to make sausage in-house. If you don't clean it right, maggots form inside of the sausage press every time. And then you know what we do? Yeah, we get rid of the press and buy. No, just kidding. We wash the maggots out and we keep it moving. We got sausages to make, baby. Are we making sure that it went through the tank? I don't know. Is the tank empty? No. Let's keep it moving. We washed it out. It's cool. They're probably not in there
anymore. Did you see if there's any eggs in there still?
Not even a little bit.
I think they are the eggs.
The idea is you cook it and it kills the eggs because like ground meat is like produced in a way that it's impossible to keep every fly away from it, so they're gonna lay eggs in ground meat. That's why you have to. It's recommended that you cook all ground meat, especially like a pork or a chicken, like all the way through. Even hamburgers, I don't understand why people eat it like any type of.
Because it's good.
I don't know. It's not to me. I don't like I'll go medium or medium well on a burger.
Yeah.
Medium well for a burger. I don't like it well done, but I don't like a mid-rare or rare burger. The texture of ground meat that's like on the rawer side doesn't do anything for me. And I know how gross the processing facility is. That has to. So I'm just like, I don't know. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
No thanks. Anyways, Lloyd, you got any fun food stories? So yeah, the other day I was eating Papa John's because I'll kill everybody at the grocery store if I have to go once.
This guy spat on the cashier, so I fucking pulled his pants down. And
Yeah,
fucking
dude. What's the
rear-ended
wildest
him
grocery
right
store
there on
fight
the
you been in, bro?
countertop.
Did I tell you about the time that I saw the guy cut in front of everybody and I just started throwing the shit back in his cart?
I think so.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah,
that.
Ricky brought that one up. Yeah.
Was there any other ones?
I've been in like a lot of like yelling at people, but
You?
yeah, most people
wow.
at the grocery store don't. They ain't done a fight.
Yeah, especially not your tall ass.
I did. I screamed at somebody at the Starbucks in Finneytown Kroger one time, which was
Tell that story. Let's get into it.
the guy started berating the lady behind the counter, and then some other dude in line was like, "Hey man, just chill out. It's just coffee." And he's like, "Well, if I'm paying $6 and I just walked over like, and just started repeating back what he was saying.
Such a dick.
I was just like, hey, "Do you hear how dumb this sounds? You're screaming at a worker in a coffee shop in a grocery store. Like, do you not realize this is?" But yeah, I just repeated everything he said that back, and then as soon as I did "Don't you realize how dumb this sounds?" He was like, "Fine," just stormed out, and I was like, "So you paid $6 for coffee you didn't drink now?" That's
Nice.
it.
All right. Sick. So, anyways, Luke has a Nazi story. Luke, you want to get into that?
I was just about to bring it up, dude. I work with a bunch of psycho old men that ride around on these order carriers.
I don't know. You told me the story earlier, and they sound like cool guys.
They're
Sound like pretty
guess
cool
they're
guys.
pretty cool guys. So we were walking together in the same area together to our morning meeting, and one guy starts singing out loud. His name's Bruce. One eye is kind of closed. I don't know if his eye is gone all the way or if there's just a problem with it, but he talks to me with one eye most of the time. And he starts singing, Renee, Renee, please don't walk away, Renee, or something like that. And another old guy that's walking with us says, man, you're really throwing it back with that one, brother. And he goes, yeah, I'm throwing it way back. And the second old man goes, didn't Hitler write that song? And the dude throws up his arm and he goes, hell yeah, Heil Hitler, brother. And he throws his arm back down and he walks, and they just keep it going. They keep it moving. I don't know if there's any truth to it or not, but like how they just like, man, didn't Hitler write that? And he's like, hell yeah. And he puts his arm back down and they're just like nothing else is said about it. Like, hey, hell yeah, you know that fucking Hitler song. For sure.
This I can't.
Ich bin ein Berliner. Wer muss in die... All right, I'm not.
All right, Cartman.
I know a little too much.
Nine.
The left bank, walk away, Renee. Pretty ballerina. It doesn't look like it was written by Hitler.
Yeah, I think that he was telling the worst dad joke of all time. I don't know. It just seemed like he was fucking making fun of being old.
But again, after he said, yes, Heil Hitler, brother, and put his arm back down, not another word of it was said.
Maybe they've got some inside joke about it. I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe they
that-
should keep it outside.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's the song that the inner crew sings. Like, they just know to, like, signal each other. Like, just start singing Pretty Ballerinas, Walk Away, Renee, you know. And they're just like, oh, okay, get together at 7. They got it.
It's their secret meeting
It's the
song.
dog whistle.
If this song is the dog whistle, then they need a new whistle because this one sucks. This is like the 60s fucking everything has to sound like the fucking what's the Knights in White Satin fucks? What's the name of that band? I don't know. Whatever.
The Knights in White Satin fuck.
You don't know what I'm talking about? The Knights in White Satin, the fucking
The
I don't remember
Beatles.
who sings it.
It sounds
Moody
like,
Blues. Everything
Moody
sounded
Blues.
kind of like the Moody
I
Blues.
was going
or
to say, that
fucking,
sounds like the most
the Beatles
gangster
or-
fucking music group of all time.
Have
I
you
just
never
thought of
seen?
like 4 like incredibly dark black men in like the most beautiful white satin suits.
That's Boys to
And
Men.
I'm just like, holy fuck, they really are Knights in White Satin.
I'll have to cut this out because we'll get taken off YouTube. But if you've never heard the song, just like what the fuck?
Why do these dudes look like Star Wars extras?
They were.
How have you never fucking heard Knights in White Satin?
Letters I've written. Oh, I know this song.
Yeah, everybody knows that fucking song. Come on.
The sample. It's been sampled 1,000 times.
Yeah, so
Zed's Dead used to
I
do
sampled
it.
it on my first EP actually.
All right. What was your first EP?
Knuckle Duster.
Dicks in My Ass, The Collection, Part 3.
And no, that was my sequel tape.
All right. Okay. Sick.
It's called Ginger Soul.
So
Because it doesn't exist. Get
did we were told that you may be in a video
See what you're
games?
doing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in a video game.
Yeah.
What games you playing, bro Beans?
Right now, what am I playing? The usual is GTA,
Yeah.
obviously.
Are you role playing?
No.
No, you're not role playing on GTA.
No.
I hear that's been
What
the
about the
fucking
bedroom?
that's been the real deep shit because
Yeah.
like there's some like servers that are like real playing with real money and
Cops
stuff.
and robbers, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you doing on there? Are you doing like fucking prison thug fight? I love that fucking game type, dude. What are you doing? You playing Titan of a Job?
Oh,
What are you doing on there, man?
missions, really?
Missions? Yeah.
Selling shit, buying shit.
Yeah. You doing
Yeah.
any heists?
I do the, what's it called? Where you go to the island?
Oh, I haven't done. That's the one of the new one, right?
Yeah.
I haven't done that one.
It's
man.
easy. That's easy. Easily done.
I can't. I haven't been on GTA 5 in a long time. I only ever played in private servers with friends because like the last time
Cayo
I got
Perico.
on.
So I am at
The last time
LS
I got on GTA 5, everybody was getting on like the hover bikes with missiles, and they were
Yeah.
just like, "Hey, I'm gonna fuck your shit up
Yep.
every time you try to go anywhere." And I'm like, "Cool, this is the most unfun game to ever play online."
So you can fly you can go to Los Santos International Airport and you can fly to a new island that they've created.
That's
Yeah,
probably
not
the
not your.
heist.
You don't control it, but you,
Is this fan made?
No, this is probably the heist.
Yeah, this is real.
Why are they still working on this fucking 10-year-old
I don't
game?
know.
Why can't they
Because
just
people,
make
kids,
a new one? You
kids
fuck?
are spending an obscene amount of money on the Mega Shark cards, the
So
in-game money
disappointing.
that are like they'll spend like $150 for like 5 million in game. You know what I mean? Like, and kids are just dumping their parents' money into this.
I don't know. It's fucking.
And it's gone in an instant.
Yeah, it's gone in it like for an upgrade on their bunker or on their yacht or something, you know, and it's done instantly.
all right, so it's a
Jesus.
fucking. It's an island. All right.
It's a little okay. Yeah, there's a party too.
Yeah,
Okay.
you go, you scope out this dude's like this drug dealer's mansion. You see what he's got. You go take it.
Oh, you're robbing drug dealers in this
Yeah.
one. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to see if I can convince the boys to get back on her.
Doesn't look like a big map.
Not a small island.
Is it a fun playthrough?
Yeah,
I'm sure the getaway is pretty crazy.
He just said, yeah.
it's a quick setup and a quick mission too. You can get it done.
Quick
yourself.
money
Yeah.
ASAP.
At least $1 million every time.
At least, fuck yeah, dude. We used to use cheeses like that on like Titan of a Job and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the fucking the new Postal that they put out? Are you familiar with the Postal series at all? Either of
I'm
you?
familiar with Postal, but I didn't know there was anything new.
So they released it's a Doom style Postal, but so it's new Doom with old Doom graphics in like a neighborhood. I gotta just fucking. It looks so cool.
New Doom with old Doom graphics.
It's called Postal Brain Damage. It's fucking sick, dude. I don't know. Is it brain damaged? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Look at this shit. You could still piss on people and shit. Like,
damaged. Is it
Christ! I don't need to hear you. I just want to see it.
All right, right, said Brett.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so it's a brand new game with old school fucking like original Doom 3D, Duke Nukem 3D
That
fucking
art
graphics.
style reminds me of some new like Newground shit.
And the shotgun has this fucking. Oh, I'm not showing the video. Whoops. The shotgun has this like fucking this chain feature that the second new Doom has, where you can fucking shoot a hook into people, pull yourself forward, shoot them right in the fucking face, and they explode. Enemies come at you super quickly. I've been looking for a new first-person shooter to get into, and I was like, this looks awesome for about an hour. And
Play
then it's
Crysis.
repetitive as shit. What is Crysis?
Crysis is an old first-person shooter that's pretty dope. The third one especially, but the first two are pretty good.
I'm assuming that's not it.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm familiar with Crysis. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what
dude.
Crysis is. I don't know that didn't that come out in like 2012? I'm looking for like something newer.
Oh, you want
something
something newer?
little new flavor to it or
The new
whatever.
Wolfensteins. Did you play those?
I need to play the fucking. So I love the Wolfenstein, all the remakes like the First Blood and the New Order and all that shit.
Yeah.
What's the newest Wolfenstein? What's that one called? Youngblood?
Yeah, I think that's a continuation of the second one.
That's where the Nazis have taken over the United States and the United States and shit like that. Yeah, I haven't played that one. Like, they're in Alabama in the 60s.
It's called Wolfenstein, hence of racism.
No, you get to murder Nazis.
Even
It's
more
fucking-
racism.
It's dope. But, I don't know, the graphics in Wolfenstein are so nice and the story's great, but it's like a 5-hour playthrough experience. I've been rewatching these people that have been playing Modern Warfare 2 because that's my hands-down favorite shooter of all time. Like, I just said it came out at the right time in my life when the PS3 was like brand new and a friend had it was like your one friend has a PS3 and you go over to his house just to see what he's got and it's like, what's Modern Warfare 2? It was like, let's fucking try this out. And my first experience, you're in the airport or whatever, and it was just the funnest.
Oh, no Russian or whatever.
You could not the I'm talking about we would do split screens versus. I didn't even know about the campaign, but as soon as we got a PS3 that Christmas, we got on Modern Warfare 2, and then I checked out the campaign and no Russian still. Fucking super brutal, like walk through and just murder
You
civilians.
would never see something like that fly in a game now.
Are you familiar with this, Lloyd? No. Do you know what we're talking about? Hold on, let's play No Russian real quick.
There's
I don't give a shit about first-person shooters other than like Fallout where I can do the
I think
VATS
you-
thing or whatever.
I think you would come to this every morning.
So this mission in Call of Duty, you're
Wait, let's just let it speak for itself.
all right.
There's 7 minutes. We're not gonna watch all of it, but
I don't
get the
care
idea.
for the play style of.
Well, as soon as the shooting actually starts,
you can choose to not shoot in this mission.
Are you trying to sell me on the game? Like, well, you don't have to
So-
actually play
No
it.
Russian means no rushing, but it's like a double entendre because
I get it.
they're
the
Russian.
bad guy is the Russian guy.
And you just stroll through an airport and do this the whole time.
There's like families running away trying to escape you the entire time. I don't know, when you get on the upper decks, that's when it got brutal for me. But they move slow as fuck. You have to just I don't know, it's fucking brutal because and then you have a shootout with the police right at the end of it and just murder cops all the way until the end until you get
And then they fucking ditch you to
double-crossed.
take all the blame.
Yeah, it's a fucking I don't know. And you had the option to not play the mission in the thing because they got so much shit for it. It was like, do you want to play the ultra graphic fucking mission? And my dick immediately shot through my pants. I was like, is there any way I could just skip to that mission first and play that first? Is there any way I could replay this mission like 6 times because it was fucking school shooter me?
Chapter select. Cody's
Cody's like, it hit me in the right time, right when I finally realized I was getting too old to be a school shooter.
when I was looking at gun prices.
Gotta get the poison out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, some people masturbate, some people load an AR-15 and walk into an elementary school.
I've been
Cody's like, come see, come stop, whatever.
To each their own.
To each their, I don't know how to apply that to school shootings, but okay. All right.
whatever gets your rocks off. No, I've been
Hey, if shooting kids is the only way you can come, I mean, everybody's gonna come,
Do what
right?
you gotta do.
Yeah. The old Louis C.K. joke, like rape's bad, right? But like, what if you want to have sex
Like,
with
I'm
a
not-
woman
I'm not
that
saying-
doesn't want to have sex with you? Then what do you have to rape her?
He says, what if you say a woman, you just want to put your penis inside of her, and she says no?
That joke makes it look so much worse in hindsight.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those like, ooh, fuck.
Yeah,
Might have
probably-
kept that one under
You were telling us the truth, weren't you?
the foreshadowing.
I just went down on a Louis C.K. Not rabbit hole, but like watched some of his newer specials, and they're fucking. I don't know. They're still top tier gold. I don't know. I
Need to watch.
remember
Pretty
talking
good.
to you about it. and
Most recent one was all right.
It wasn't as good as like the one before that, but it was. Oh my god, it was fucking. It was still like, holy shit, we get Louis C.K. back again. And then he did that 6-hour Presidents podcast with fucking.
Gillis.
Yeah, Gillis. That shit was phenomenal. I never thought that I would watch 6 hours of somebody just going through every American president and be entertained, but like somehow they just held it down with like just not only having good information on it, but also keeping it funny the entire time. I was like, god damn, this is a fucking great podcast series. Another thing that I just recently got obsessed with is Mr. Beast. Are you guys familiar with Mr. Beast at all?
Yeah.
You rolled your eyes, but are you know who Mr. Beast is, Nick?
Yeah, the guy who gives away
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I thought that it was I don't know. It's like he's like a goofy 23-year-old kid, and his videos like really aren't for me. I don't like love his videos, but I was like, how did he become so successful on YouTube? And even now his like videos, like I don't know, they have these weird jump cuts that just seem like they're...
There was a video he did where he said Logan Paul's name until he got
10,000 times.
like a million subscribers or something like that.
It's a 17-hour video where he says it over and over again, and at
He's
the end
like
of it,
asleep.
yeah, he's like, God, but he counts it by clicking on his mouse every time, and it's got a click counter. And I was like, is this fucking? It's 100% real. He's got another one where he reads the whole dictionary, and it was like this kid that just got obsessed with YouTube and wanted to like start getting views. So he did all these like different like fucking weird videos, and it eventually turned into like he made a bunch of money, and he was like, I'm gonna ball out of control, and I'm gonna buy a nice sports car and $1,000 designer shirt. And he was like, and then at the end of the day, I still have Crohn's disease, and none of this makes me happy, and fuck that. He's like, so I just gave those to my friends, and it made them really happy. And he was like, that gave me an idea. He was like, I got my first sponsorship, and they said they were going to give me $5,000. And he was like, nope, I want 10. And they were like, no, we're going to give you 5. He was like, I'm going to give every dollar to a homeless guy. They were like, for real? And he's like, yeah, I don't. So you would think there's some back end deal where he's getting something on top of it. But the kid literally gets these huge sponsorships, and then like, I mean, he makes enough to live in like a decent house, but he was living in like a shitty house for a little while. And then he was like, then my house got broken into and robbed of like everything that I had, and it was like, oh, I kind of have to live in a nicer community. But he's like, I tried to pick the shittiest house in the gated community that I could find, and like try to live like very within my means. And you watch his videos, and it's like he literally is giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars to people over and over again. And I was like, well, the gimmick's got to be he's just rich on the side. And I was like, I've been hating on Rogan so much. I give him a scroll every once and again to try to give him another shot. And as I was like falling like into like this weird like obsessive rabbit hole about Beast, I saw him on Rogan, and him talking about it was fucking fascinating. He was like, yeah, I've had to take loans out. And he was like, you have 100 million YouTube subscribers. Take loans out for what? And he was like, we might give away $500,000 that I'll have in the bank, but you don't get that payment until 4 months later. So then I'll have to take a loan out in the meantime. And it was like, what the like? He's like, I have other stuff that's like wrapped up in stocks, but those just pay off like, you know, my property tax and my other bills and stuff. And it was like, and then you delve even deeper. During COVID, the kid like started giving, like he would call homeless shelters in his area and be like, what do you guys need? And just he would buy an entire store full of like shit, buy them washers and dryers, and like drop them off. And like he's got this like tree planting project, and it was like, holy shit, like this is actually somebody that's like, how do I become ultra wealthy and give it all away? It's like everything that like you hate about something, that somebody that becomes like the most wealthy like billionaire character of all time and just hoards their wealth, like all that wealth hoarding that everybody fucking hates. And he's just like, what makes me happy is actually like helping the world out. And I was like, this is like on some level genuinely inspiring me. I was like, this is fucking...
I feel like I would end up hating it just because he actually might be doing something that does make him happy, and I hate that.
You hate actual happiness? Yeah, I don't know. His videos aren't necessarily good. Like,
yeah, I'm over a lot of the because a lot of it's like, if you can smash this block of concrete wide open, if you can pry this safe wide open, if you can make it through this vase, and it's like...
Then I'll give some guy with cancer and a bunch of kids $10,000 that'll change their life.
I don't give a fuck how nice he is. Your content's not my thing anymore.
It's not my thing. It's
At
just...
all.
It's interesting to me that the kid's fucking doing that. And it's like, I don't know. Like, he's... And then hearing him talk about it on Rogan was like... He just kept going on about, like, yeah, I got obsessed with YouTube where it was, like, my... And I was wondering, like, why his videos were so chopped up. And he was like, I went to all the most successful channels, and we would, like, figure out how many times they cut and how long most of the videos that were successful were. And, like, he just, like, went full fucking autism on the, like, how do I just go down this obsessive rabbit hole about figuring fucking everything out about this thing and applying it to the thing that I'm doing to try to make it successful. And it fucking worked. It was like...
That's the only interesting part of this so far to me is... that, like, figuring out all those analytics of it and applying that in a way, like a functional way, that would be interesting.
That's what's interesting to me about it. I don't care necessarily what he's doing. It's more about how he figured out how to do it. He's 23. The kid's young as shit and started doing it when he was like 12. It was like
he from what last I heard about him, he recreated Squid Games, and then his video on it got more views than the show did. And I was like, how is that logically possible?
He also said that only 10% of the world speaks English, so he was like, why aren't we dubbing everything? So he's like, I hire professional voice actors that, like, he's like, whoever the most famous, like, movie star in Japan is, we hire him to be my voice. And he was like, there's somebody that voices Spider-Man for, like, Latin American countries, and when they hear my videos, that's who I use as my voice actor for the Latin American countries. and he changes it up constantly. But it's cool for the people in other countries to listen to it and not just have it be in their language, but also have it be. And he was like, then you take that revenue and apply it to this Mr. Beast burger chain where it was another COVID creation where it was like, I don't want to open up physical restaurants just yet. And he was like, there's some guy that approached him with 300 restaurants that already existed, and he was like, what we could do is have people order these proprietary ingredients that cost almost nothing. We teach them, send them a quick video on how to make our food, and it's a burger and it's a fry. That's all you got to learn how to do, and it's all order out. Like, so everything is just through the delivery services and shit like that, and the businesses keep the majority of the money. And he was like, it's for like mom and pop restaurants, and he's like, we are going to start doing the physical locations, but we're trying to figure out how do we like only use the money that we make to keep the restaurant running, and then all the rest of it goes to, and pay the workers obviously, but all the rest of it goes to like a charity or something. And to hear him like break down the analytics of him like doing all that and like thinking all this through, and like I was like, you're fucking 23, like how are you, god damn, you're fucking smart. Like this kid is just killing it right now. I don't know, his channel might not be for everybody, but I mean, yeah, you'll do like how long can $10,000 every day you survive in prison, but they build like a room, it's got all this shit in it, and they leave a guy in there, and he's like, if you stay for 100 days, I've got a max of $1 million that you could earn. But he was like, there's 25 items in the room. Every day we're going to take an item from you, and eventually you're going to be in a room by yourself. And I was like, dude, I'd stay for all 100. There's people that do 10-year prison sentences, and this kid's just like, I just want to see my girlfriend so bad, and proposes to her at the end. He made $300K at the end of it, and it was like, bitch, stay for the $1 million. What are you? This is life change. Fuck that bitch. Get a new one. You can buy a new one with that money. What are you fucking doing right now? How in love are you that you're gonna walk away from that level of cash? And then you look the shit up, and it's not like his friends that he's giving it to. He's like giving it to subscribers and random people and shit like that. And like he gave a private island away, like bought a private island, flew everybody there, did a dumb competition. Like we'll do hide and seek. We'll do fucking these dumb fucking games, and they win a $700,000 island. It's like, this is, I don't know. That was for his team of people or whatever that were doing his videos, but that's like life-changing shit. And for him to like figure it out and like put it all together has just been fascinating to me. But I could tell, I'm reading the room. Nobody cares.
It's a long rant of Mr. Beast.
Yeah, I got fucking obsessed with something. And what else were we talking about? GTA? Come on. We got to talk about something, right?
At least people were involved.
All right, fair enough.
Give a fuck about Mr. Beast.
Go ahead then.
Nah, he's funny looking though. He looks weird. You said he's 20-something?
23.
He looks, I don't know. He looks like he drank an aging potion, and it's still in the middle of the process of making him older.
He looks like a regular dork, like a regular dorky 23-year-old kid that has 100 million views. That's what's fascinating. Like, how's this guy figure it out? It's like...
And is he okay? He's screaming in every thumbnail. Well, there's a shark behind him in one, so that's and he's trapped in a fucking room of spikes in another.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in prison in another one. So I guess the screaming is justified, I guess.
He makes them all play these games and gives them like fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know. It's clickbaity and fucking stupid and doesn't really apply to me, but like I said, just the idea of like, I'm gonna get sponsorship revenue for $1 million and give it all away. It's like, what the fuck are you? Why? But then you hear his reasoning for everything, and it's like, you've really thought this through. Like, it's not just like a dumb little plan.
Yeah.
All right.
There's
There's a Willy Wonka one. I don't know.
He bought a factory, designed it to look like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, puts 10 people through the entire, like, all these different challenges at the chocolate factory, and fucking whoever wins all the challenges gets the factory. But he's like, nobody wants the factory, so here, I have literally a pallet of cash. This is $500K in cash. Would you rather have that, or would you rather maintain they're like the cash, without, don't even say no more, the cash. And he's like, yeah, that's what I thought. So,
I saw something the other day that made me laugh. It was like, did anyone ever stop to think that Willy Wonka gave you, or signed over the deed to a property that was going to be inundated with wrongful death lawsuits to this small child? I know I fucked that all up as I was trying to say it, but
God damn it.
That's good though.
super true.
I don't remember where I saw that, but it was fucking funny.
Have you seen this? Is it Meat Canyon?
Meat crayon.
Meat crayon.
It sounds delicious.
Have you seen this fucking...
Well, Charlie, you're the last child left.
This is some
Isn't that
YouTube poop stuff.
I don't know.
I don't like where this is going.
You're a very lucky little boy. You get to see what's behind that door.
You got Gene Wilder
Now,
vibes.
Charlie, don't you want to see what's behind that door?
I don't know.
Come on, it'll be fun. Follow me.
You've never seen these videos before?
Not this one.
Dude, they're all dark as
Yeah,
fuck.
I've seen a bunch of
Got you
them.
taking a peek there, Charlie. That's all right. Nothing wrong with window shopping from time to time. It's when you get handsy. It's when you get yourself into some trouble. Come over here, Charlie. There's one last part of the factory I'd like to show you.
If you guys aren't familiar, look up Meat Canyon, not Meat Crayon, Meat Canyon on YouTube. He makes like some of the weirdest, darkest, fucking genuinely funny animation that I've ever. I'll play a little bit more of this, but there's one with fucking Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl, and it's all about making fun of him kissing his son or whatever the fuck. I don't know. He just takes it so much further than anybody will fucking take it, and it's uncomfortable and it's
Go
disturbing.
ahead and taste
but
the
it's-
wall. Go on, try it.
Acid
Well,
trip.
what flavor do you think it is?
I don't know.
Charlie, I'm just messing with you. There's no flavor on the wall. You like that rust pretty good, though. Don't worry. We'll get you a little tetanus shot before you leave.
Where's my grandpa?
Oh, he's just hanging around. Don't worry. You're in good hands. Take a look at this. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know a lot of
Grandma's
celebrities.
counting
I know a
cash.
lot of
They like their finger
Grandma's-
around here in the
Yeah,
factory
that
from
was the
time to
first
time.
thing I noticed.
Bill Clinton. Is that Bill Clinton? Right there?
Kevin Spacey.
Hey, do you know who this is, Charlie?
I don't know.
That's the 42nd President of the United States, Bill Clinton. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. Past presidents have a lot of connections, Charlie. A lot of connections. But so do I.
This is a hamburglar.
You know, Charlie, your clothes look awfully filthy. I'm all for a little stink, but best to get you some clean clothes, you know, for later.
I feel like Cody has said that to a girl.
Oompa loompa doopa dee doo. You are a filthy boy, yes, that's true. You have soft hands and beautiful eyes.
Take his measurements and be gone with you.
He looks like a medium.
Hold on.
Let's get him a small. Get it right. Get it tight.
Be gone! Sorry
can't
about
do
that,
this whole
Charlie.
thing, but
At any
going
time.
forward.
You look like you don't believe me. Go ahead and take a look. We've really bonded, Charlie. I'm excited to get to know you a whole lot better. Charlie, let's put those hands to good use. What do you say? You didn't see anything. You hear me, you little shit? You didn't see a fucking thing.
We didn't know what was going on here. We didn't know fucking thing.
Don't worry, son. You're safe now.
I don't know. It's all it's pure
Jesus.
darkness. Everything that he fucking puts out. There's one that he does with Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, where Bugs is about to rape Elmer Fudd, and Warner Brothers started he was like, "Oh yeah, your little hole stinks,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah,
I've
a
seen
little
that one.
stink on you." And then so Warner Brothers put up a copyright strike. So they put he makes another video where they're at Bugs Bunny's funeral or whatever, and at the end of it, they do this whole fucking stupid thing with all of his other fucked up characters at the funeral, and he was like, "But what this copyright strike means is that now it's canon that Bugs Bunny is a rapist, and that's what Warner Brothers wants you to know." The next day, Warner Brothers got rid of that copyright strike immediately and let him have his video back because they were like, "Yeah, you're right. Fuck you, man. Nah, it's parody. All right, it's parody. Fuck this."
Yeah, that's fantastic. I remember that one.
I don't know. He's a monster. I don't want to see what is on his hard drive outside of the animation that he's doing, but
He's
probably
probably
just a
probably
good
a whole
Christian
lot
man.
of inspiration.
yeah, exactly. He's a psychopath, but I love it. All right, we're at the end of the free show. If you want to hear the rest
Oh,
of this, go to
shit.
patreon.com/thebastardsermon. $5 a month unlocks all of our bonus content, which is an episode extra a week. Plus, you get the free show on Saturday, which is a day early. We've also got movie review podcast called Bastard LLCs. There's one that we're going to drop for free that we're recording this week. You're going to love that. Terror on the Prairie. It's the Daily Wire is putting out a right-wing fucking Clint Eastwood's wet dream of a Western with some of the worst acting possible with Gina Carano and fucking Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Oh my God, it's going to be a shit show. I hope it's only an hour and a half because I don't know how much more I'll be able to stomach. We're going to do a
Fuck
fucking...
that. Give me a 3-hour fucking
No,
Donald
thank you.
Cerrone movie.
No, thank you. But Blake Hammond, funniest fucking comedian in Cincinnati, in my humble opinion, fucking will be joining us for that one. It is going to be so much fun. I'll put that up for free so you guys can get a taste of that on the YouTube. Huckers Fuckers, there's a free episode of that with Turbo Potato 3000, one of our Patreon listeners and a friend of mine. Go and check that out if you want to see what that's like. There's a couple other ones on the Patreon. And yeah, that's it. Bastard Sermon Patreon, $5, baby.
We are sponsored by Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop. If you guys want to help us and support the show, your best way to do that is by helping out our sponsors, and one of ours is Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop. I was just talking with one of our Discord members because they had questions about Delta 8, 9, and 10. And just so you know, the higher the number on Delta, the less potent it is. So Delta 8 is more potent than Delta 9 and Delta 10. There's obviously not the visual and brain psychoactive that you would typically be looking for in marijuana in these Delta products, but they do give you all of the body and
They'll
medical
get you high.
benefits.
Just smoke more of it.
Smoke a bunch of it.
It's legal and you can't get in trouble for it.
It's awesome, and Scarlet Vape and Smoking Shop sells it. They've got water pipes, they've got bowls, bongs, wraps, cones, lighters. They have the works. I still have and love my gas mask that I got from them. And you can even get a gas mask from them and much, much more. And you can get a 15% off discount off of your order when you head up to the cashier and let them know that you're a bastard. And they have one of two locations. They have one at 937 Monmouth Street, Newport, Kentucky, 41071. And the other one is at 11424 Montgomery Road, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45249. Again, let them know you're a bastard at checkout, and they will give you a 15% discount.
This episode is also sponsored by Bobby Ronson down at the Decorated Body. Bobby owns or co-owns a tattoo shop in the historic Pendleton district of OTR called the Decorated Body. Go and follow him at the Decorated Body on Instagram or at BG Bronson. There's other artists at that shop too, but I don't think that he cleared it with them as far as whether they want to be advertised on here, so we're gonna skip that. But if you find them, if you like their art, go hit them up too. They're all fucking solid people. I've got a tattoo by Soap, so I mean, Luke's got a tattoo by Soap. They're fucking
3 of them.
There's nothing but quality artists over there at the Decorated Body. Bobby's books only open like twice a year, so fucking make sure you follow him. He does these sick-ass anime-inspired tattoos. If that's your bag, you'll for sure want to check out the Decorated Body on Instagram and at BG Bronson on Instagram. You can also follow him on Facebook, but I think Instagram's like the spot to be as far as
Instagram
like,
is where he shares his work. He doesn't really share much on Facebook.
He puts up tattoo raffles where you can one of those things where there's a bunch of different spots. You pay $10 for
a ticket,
spot,
50 for 6,
and then they fucking he raffles it off. So whoever wins it gets a tattoo appointment with him.
And you watch him do it on Instagram in a real video that he shoots himself, so you know it's not bullshit or he's just giving it off to a friend of his or something. It's all for real.
Bobby's a great dude, a funny guy. Used to run TNB with Nick and Tyler, and it fucking that inspired me to do this podcast. So anytime that you see Bobby on, he's hilarious. Go check those episodes out. Go follow him. Dark Mountain Cold. Do you want to do this one, Lloyd?
No.
Okay. Dark Mountain Cold is the former host of the Bastard Sermon, the one that Lloyd replaced. Patrick Seda, great guy, helped form this podcast and fucking has this dope ass fucking art brand where he's doing graphic design, all these different mood mats, wraps for your game consoles. Go and check him out at Dark Mountain Cold. Go to his Etsy and buy something. Go and fucking window shop, as Willy Wonka would say. There's no problem with window shopping.
That's when you get handsy and put your own shit on Etsy.
Yeah, I bet Pat loves that. That's his fucking his read. Whatever, bitch ain't paying us. We're doing it out of love. Yeah, go and check him out. He's fucking awesome. Who else?
Also, check out banginsnacks.net.
Yes.
They bring great snacks from all around the world that you usually can't find in the U.S. We have done a bunch of like unboxing type things on the show where we test out the stuff. For the most part, it's awesome. We, everyone's taste different, but for the most part, all the shit we've liked so far, I think.
Higher majority of the entire box was delicious.
So highly
recommend.
I recommend the flour and berry Skittles.
I really like the baked pork ones we just got. They're
Those
like
were
wavy
dope.
lays. They're really fucking good.
I like the horse cum chips.
The
myself.
ones that tasted like pot roast.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Then the
No,
chicken.
they taste like horse cum. They're horse cum chips.
Way to sell them.
What? You guys don't like horse
bridge
cum?
burning cunt. He's a bridge burning cunt.
Also, can we have a box of chips again? Banging snacks.
They're like, yeah, no, we'll send you just horse cum.
I every time
Anyway,
he says it, I'm
bangandsnacks.net.
like, I think like that's so rude. But then like next time I see dude after he says it on an episode, he's like, "Oh, I was just about to box up another box for you guys."
Hell yeah, dude.
So I don't know if he listens and he fucking I don't know. But.
So if you go to
all love. We love
bangandsnacks.net,
you.
you can get really cool snacks from all over the world at very, very competitive prices, if not the best I've seen in a lot of cases. If you use the promo code BASTARD or BASTARDS, you'll save 15% on your checkout. And please check them out. They sponsor us, and they're dope.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Fuck You, We Like the Bengals is a podcast that Lloyd does with his co-host Alex Schubert, very funny comedian. They do roast style fucking Bengals jokes. They're doing preseason content right now. Go and check them out. The season's starting very soon, so make sure that you're on that fucking bandwagon because Bengals are gonna crush it this year. We're winning the Super Bowl, bitch. There's no way we're not. There's no way that they didn't fucking fix the O-line, baby. Listen to them talk about it. Listen to them roast the fucking all their fucking bitch-ass goddamn opposing teams and their mothers and everything else. It's a great time. You'll enjoy it. Are we missing
He looks like
anything?
the guy from, he's like a shitty version of the dude from Big Trouble in Little China. No, I think we got everybody.
All right, we'll see y'all on the Patreon.
I'm gay.